Hey guys, it's Shannon. It is Haul Friday. I have a bit of an obnoxious haul for you today. Only obnoxious because there's quite a bit of stuff. And I did call it Haul Friday. I think that I want to try to do hauls every Friday for you guys. But keep in mind that I have a very short attention span and I have about a million things that I want to show you guys, and I always have new ideas. So I don't know if I'll stick with that, but that's my intention from here on out, is to do is for Fridays to always be a haul day. So if you like that idea, let me know. So let's go on with the haul. The first things I'm going to show you are actually items that I purchased from my website. And so if you see anything that you're interested in, there is a link in the information box below. So the first thing that I got, you guys know that I have kind of a mini obsession with color correcting, and I usually always color correct for my redness, but there are some other things as I get a little bit older that I kind of want to play around with as far as color correcting goes. I do get dark circles under my eyes, and you know, my eyes tend to kind of get sunken in, particularly when I'm very tired, which is pretty much all the time, and definitely when I'm sick. And so I want to play around with a little color correcting there. And then you guys also know that I have sunspots or age spots from not taking care of my skin and not using sunscreen and all of those bad things. So those are something I do cover them with concealer, but I want to kind of play around with some color correcting with those. And so they are called the Jillian Dempsey for Avon Professional Corrector Palettes. There is one in light and there is one that is dark. So this is the light one. They come in a box like this. The palette is round like this, and when you pop it open, it does kind of have like a little brush applicator that comes with it. And the light one has, they both have 4 colors. This one is kind of a yellow color correcting. This one is salmon. This one is just kind of a tanny beige, almost a concealer-like color, and this one is kind of a pink color. So that is the light palette. Okay, so this is the dark palette. And this one has, this is kind of a darker sort of flesh color. I know the colors don't show up for you guys very well, I'm sorry about that. This one here is a much darker kind of salmon tone for darker skin tones. This one is a little bit of a lighter salmon shade, but still for darker skin tones. And this is kind of a lilac purple color. So I'm going to be playing around with these, you know, mostly based on my needs, but if I really like these, I'm going to add them to my kit because they will be wonderful in that as well. Okay. For the eyes, the only thing I have purchased recently is, this is the Glimmer Sticks eyeliner. I have it in Cosmic Brown, and let me open it for you guys. Anyway, this is what the Cosmic Brown looks like. And this is one of the ones that is self-sharpening. So, for the cheeks, this is the Bee Blushed cheek color, and I got it in Crushed Berry. You know, this is just kind of a stick, kind of a cream stick type thing, similar, you know, along the lines of the NYC Be Blushable cream sticks. And this one is, oops, I didn't take the top off. Kind of a dark shade, but you know, they blend out really nicely, so really pretty. It goes up forever. There's a ton of product in there. I'm not going to roll it all the way up because I don't want to break it. Then I also got a True Color blush, and this one is in Heavenly Pink. So got one cream blush, one powder blush, and this is what the packaging looks like. It does have a little brush in there, and again, the color is not going to show up for you guys. It's a very pretty pink. It kind of looks beige on the camera, so sorry about that. But like I said, check my blog. This is a really pretty pink, and it's kind of It's not baby pink either. It's a bright but light pink color. Okay, for the lips, this is part of the I think they're called the Healthy makeup line. The color that I got is Pink Radiance, and the packaging looks like this, kind of a peachy color, which I kind of like, actually, a little different than everything else. It stands out too. So this is Pink Radiance, and it is kind of just a nice light pink with kind of a little bit of a mauve hint to it, but still light and nude. And it kind of has a satiny sort of shimmer to it, but it's not going to be shimmery on the lips. Okay, and then from Marc has new lipsticks. They're called Lip Click, and they have SPF 15 in them. And the color that I have is Nudie. This is what the packaging looks like. These look like this. These are smaller packaging. They're designed to fit in your, in your pocket, but the product amount is the same as any other lipstick. So it's kind of genius. They just do a better job of actually using up the entire package rather than having a bunch of dead space kind of at the bottom, and then the lipstick starting further up. So, and it's kind of nice and shiny. It's got the Marc on it. Pink underneath. These are the magnetic clasps, so they don't come open while they're in your pocket. And this is just a nice nude color, which is why it's called Nudie. So very pretty. They smell good too. Their lipsticks always smell good. This one kind of has like a mintiness to it, and this one is fruity. It smells really nice. It's always a nice surprise when your lipstick smells good. Okay, then I'm running out of, you guys know that I've been using the Clean and Clear moisturizer. I've been using that in the mornings, and I've basically been scraping the bottle dry with that. So I needed a new moisturizer just for the morning, and preferably something with SPF. Clean and Clear didn't have SPF in it. I usually prefer something with SPF. And so I was kind of debating between a couple of different kinds, but this one was on mega sale, and so I went for it. This is the Solutions Enjoy the Day Cream with SPF 15. And this was actually designed for winter use. You'll see on there it says winter on it. And I went ahead and decided to go for this one because I don't really need a whole lot of moisturizer in the morning. I do the majority of my skincare in the evening. I do kind of the full face, the makeup removing, the cleansing, the toning, the eye creams, the, masks, whatever I'm going to do, I do all that stuff in the evening. And then in the morning, I really just don't need all of that kind of care, so I'll usually just kind of rinse my face off with water, kind of give it a little wash down in the shower. No big deal, but after I get out of the shower, sometimes you'll get that kind of tightness to your face from the water. So really in the mornings, I do want the SPF, but I'm more concerned with just kind of adding some moisture into like dry areas, especially with me with my psoriasis. And so I will kind of touch up, just specific areas. Anyway, so it's just a tub that looks like this, and let me see if it has a scent to it. Just a really nice, well, I can't really see it in the lid because the lid's white. You can see it. Just a really nice cream. And it does have a bit of a scent, but it's kind of a nice, soft, it's kind of your normal face cream sort of a smell, but it has a little bit of a fruitiness to it. So, it's nice. Not super florally because I hate that, so that's good. Okay, and then I did get a jewelry item. This is the sterling silver bypass hammered ring. Okay, so it's kind of it kind of reminds me of those old spoon rings where you take the end of the spoon and you roll it and you beat on it, and kind of like that, but sort of the snake design kind of thing, and it's just hammered. So just kind of a cool effect. Okay, so that's all from my website. So like I said, if you see anything you're interested in, then click the link below for that. Okay, the next thing is that I went to my local grocery store, which is Kroger, and I always kind of breeze through the makeup aisle. I don't as often go through like the hair care and body care stuff, but I usually always go through the makeup aisle. But I think I went into the soap section because I wanted to pick up some bar soap, and I happened to see these. These are kind of in that section. These are the Montagne Jeunesse, I don't know how you say it, the Anti-Stress Ultra Fast Detox Spa Fabric Facial Face Tonic. And it's lemon and ginseng, it looks like. Deep pore purifying. Looks like this. And they actually had a box of these, and I don't know if they're being discontinued or if they're just not going to be carried by my Kroger anymore, but they had them all, you know, marked as, they were like 75 cents or something. And they had them marked as discontinued, you know, basically saying they weren't going to carry them anymore. So they had like 4 of them in there. So I just went ahead and bought them all. So I'll probably try one, and then I'll stick the other ones down in gift packages for birthdays or whatnot. And then speaking of grocery store, this is not beauty related, but some of you might have an interest. I actually was sent some, this is Nescafe, a sample pack, and this is for me to review. I get things to review like for my blog and whatnot. So anyway, it's got, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different kinds of the Taster's Choice, you know, instant coffee packs. So if you guys are interested in information on this or what I think about it, let me know. I'm happy to tell you. I probably will obviously write up a review in my blog at some point. So anyway, not beauty related. Also at Kroger, I also got some false eyelashes too, but I don't have them here to show you, so sorry about that. I'll try and maybe if I remember at a future date, I'll try and show you those. Next is kind of another random thing. This is more fashion related. These were actually given to me as a gift from my dad, just for no good reason other than he probably saw them and thought they were cute, and so he bought me a pair, and he likes to do things like that. So anyway, he got me these. They're flip-flops from Synergy, and he probably bought these at Sam's Club. He actually got a different pair, which I actually liked better. They were brown with pink trim, and what girl doesn't, you know, love pink? But he got me like size 5.5, 6, and well, I wear that size in like men's shoes, but not in women's. And so he went back to exchange them, and they didn't have the pink ones in my size. I wear 7.5. So he got me this pair, which is black with yellow, and it's really stormy today, so right now these are like neon yellow glowing in the computer, so they aren't quite that bright. And there's yellow on the bottom, but they're kind of dirty. But I really like them because the bed here, I don't know if you guys can see, but it is really squishy, and they're very comfortable. So, and it's that way, you know, from top to bottom. It's not like it's just in the heel. It runs the entire length of the shoe. So, and they have this little energy symbol on them. So anyway, those were really cute. It was a nice little surprise. I went to the Dollar Tree, I don't know, a week or so ago, and they had some of the Maybelline New York blushes and bronzers. I only got one. This is one of the limited edition colors, and it's Pinch of Coral, and it has the little flower stamped into it. So I've looked at Maybelline New York blushes quite a few times, and for whatever reason I usually end up putting them back just because I either find a better deal or something. But I've really been wanting to kind of give them a try, so I was kind of excited to find this one, plus it's limited edition, so that was a little bit of a score. Okay, then if you follow me on Twitter, Smashbox has a little offer that they've been doing, and I think it's called Let's Do Lunch or something like that, something to do with lunch. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, if you shop between certain hours, they give a free item with your purchase, regardless of the purchase amount. And they also have, I think they always have free shipping in the U.S. I'm not positive about that, but every time that I've been there, they've had free shipping. And right now, the Friends and Family sale is going on too, so you can also get products at 20% off as well. What I purchased, I just got an eyeshadow, and I purchased the color Torch, and it's kind of an orangey color. So I'll be giving that a try. And then my free Let's Do Lunch, or whatever that is, item is the Smashbox Creamy Cheek Color in Untamed, and it's a full-size cream cheek color. And I've really been into cream cheek colors lately, just trying them all. Now this is kind of a dark shade, but I don't care. It's free and it's full-sized, and it's cost twice as much as my eyeshadow did regularly, so that to me was a pretty big score. Okay, and then you also get a free sample, so I got a deluxe sample of the Smashbox Limitless Longwear Lip Gloss with SPF 15, and the color is Endless. So, I mean, that's decent size. That'll last for a really long time. And then I got a bonus sample too, which is just the Smashbox Photo Finish Liquid Primer. Just a little sample of that. Okay, the next thing that I got was from Stila. They are having their Friends and Family sale as well. Oh, anyway, I think you got like 20% off your purchase, something like that. And I don't recall, I think you got free shipping too. And so I went ahead and purchased the Stila, this is the infamous It Girl palette. And you guys have seen this a million times before. I don't even think I'm going to open it right now. This is the one that has Kitten and Chloe and, is it Lame? Anyway, so you guys have seen this a million times. This is the one that Love, Peace, and Lip Gloss Gina talks about. And then I got some samples of the Stila One Step Prime Color Lips, Eyes, Cheeks. So one of them is Bronze Babe and one of them is Persuade. So we'll give those a try. Hautelook, I don't know if you guys have purchased from Hautelook before. This is actually my first purchase from them. And I just had to do it. I think that my all-time favorite brand on the planet, really regardless of what product you're talking about, is Luuux. And it's not cheap. It can be pricey. It's not the highest of high ends, but you know, a decent palette is in the $30 range and that kind of thing. So it's not something that I'm just running out to buy all the time. I just kind of ooh and ah over it and swatch it every time I'm in the store, and that's kind of the end of it most of the time. But I really believe that they have the best eyeshadows of all time. They're my all-time favorites. Okay, well, Hautelook had a Luuux sale, and I ended up getting 11 items for like a little over $30. That's with shipping and handling included. And shipping and handling was like $6. So, now there's a couple of things about Hautelook that you should know. One is that if you order from them, it does take quite a bit of time for you to get your order. I mean, it's like 2 to 3 weeks. And so what happens is you place your order with Hautelook. They don't actually have any of the products. So in a day or two, they place an order with the vendor, and they'll, if you go online and look at your account status, it'll show you, okay, we placed the order. And then, you know, like a week to 10 days sometimes after that, it'll finally show that your merchandise has shipped from the vendor. So it takes quite a bit longer. I placed my order maybe within the first week of this month, or right towards the beginning of the second week, and they weren't guaranteeing my delivery until like the week, like the 23rd to the 31st or something like that. So it was quite a bit of time that I had to kind of wait. The other thing, and like I said, this is the first time that I've ordered for them, so I don't know if it's that way all the time or not, but I think what they do is, and I'm not positive, but it seems like maybe they order the items and have them shipped to them first, and then they repackage them and ship them to you, because all of my products were actually opened. So I'm assuming they did it. They come in these little bundles, and they have tissue around it and Hautelook, and they have, you know, a bunch of items kind of bundled here together. So I had 2 of these bundles, and so when you unpeel, you know, the little sticker, there are, you know, mass quantities of your items. But see, here's an example, is that, you know, makeup a lot of times have these little round, clear stickers that show you that a product's been sealed. Well, every single one of my items is sliced open, so they've all been opened. So I don't know if they do that just to check and make sure that, you know, the item that's in the packaging is what it's supposed to be. And I don't even know for sure where they get their merchandise from. You know, maybe they don't order directly from Luuux, and maybe they're using some kind of a third party. That may just be to kind of verify that they're getting what they, you know, claim to be selling. Anyway, so here's the merchandise. This is a Luuux Baked Matte Satin Eyeshadow. This color is Social, and it's just kind of a brown. This is a Luuux eyeshadow. It is in Inspiration. This is not one of the baked ones. This is kind of a lighter goldy brown color. This is another of the baked matte satin in Chic. Just kind of a creamy sort of highlight color. It's not really white, it's kind of a creamy yellowish color. This is another one in Drama. This is kind of a khaki green sort of color. It's kind of gray on the computer, doesn't it? This is another one in Insider. And this is kind of a greenish, bluish gray color. So again, keep your eye open on my blog because I will swatch all these separately. There's always a good chance too that I'll do a product feature video with a lot of things too, so keep your eyes open for those. This is another one in Posh, and this is a much more kind of gold color. It's much more on the yellowish orange side. Now this one actually is broken as well, so that's another thing. With Hautelook, you can't do returns with makeup items. So I don't know if you guys can see, but the lip here where you would grab it to open it, this whole side of the clear portion is missing. You guys probably can't see it on the computer, but anyway, the concern with that is you just don't want your product to dry out. So you can see this way. I don't know. I don't know if you can see here. where it's broken, like right there, it drops off and all that's broken off. So anyway, that's something else. I can't return it, but I mean, I paid $1 or $2.50 for it, so big deal. It's, you know, a much more expensive eyeshadow than that. Luuux is not cheap. This is one of the plumping lip glosses, and it's called Lots of Lip it's plumping lip gloss with Maxi Lip, and this color is Cutie. Just kind of a typical pink. This is a Luuux eye pencil in just says number 15. It doesn't have the color on it. Yeah, it just says number 15. But it's kind of like a navy blue-ish color. This is just one of the regular eyeshadows. This one is in Garnet. Now you see this one doesn't have a box. This one did. So I don't know if it came without the box, or if it came in the wrong box, or if the box was crushed maybe or something. These could very well be returns too. They could be buying returns from the companies. So these could be products that somebody brought back and they didn't bring the box back, which might be why they check them to make sure that somebody didn't pull a switcheroo and return something cheaper inside of a box to get more money back, that kind of thing. So anyway, this is just kind of a nice kind of coppery brown sort of shade. And then here's another one, no box. This one is in olive, and it's just a green. Olive green, of course. This is a Luuux on-screen duo, and it's in Rich and Famous. So these are basically like cream eyeliners, and this is just kind of a brown. And that's it. So if you guys have any questions, or if there's anything you definitely want to see me use or swatch or do a tutorial with or whatever, let me know. But if you haven't tried Hautelook, I would give it a try. This is my first time purchasing it. I don't really have any major complaints. I mean, I knew that they took longer to ship. I already knew that. I know that they don't keep the products on hand, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to return them. But I mean, for goodness sakes, I paid like $31 and change for all of that stuff. Shipping and handling was $5 and something, almost $6. So I basically got 11 items of Luuux makeup for like $25. But even the $32, I mean, I could have gotten like, I don't even think I could get 2 eyeshadows from them for that amount. So, it's kind of a good way if you're not really sure about a brand and you just want to kind of try them out, and you like to buy a lot of different items and not just one, because sometimes you can get, especially with eyeshadows and things, you might get one really good, really pigmented one and a lot of really bad ones, and so sometimes just trying one item isn't the best way to go. And so I think Hautelook is a good way to kind of try out some products, or get products that you can't afford otherwise in a cheaper way. The other thing too about Hautelook though is that that you should know is that when you go in and you start to order, people can put items in their cart and the items will go on hold, and while they're on hold for somebody else, you can't order them. And so what you do is you start putting items in your cart, but as soon as you put an item in your cart, a countdown starts, and you have 15 minutes basically to decide if you want that item or not. So from the time that you put the first item in your cart, you have basically 15 minutes to check out. So you have to kind of keep refreshing, keep going back to items that you think you want and see if they've been released by somebody else. Try to get everything in your cart before you run out of time on the first product, and then you got to check out quick. So that's kind of the other thing. It's kind of like really fast-paced, the way, sort of like an auction or something. But you could you got to be careful about that though, because you could have 20 things in your cart and run out of time on some of them, and go to check out and realize that you only have 10 of the things in your cart because you waited too long to check out, you know, that kind of thing. And you can also maybe not get items because somebody else had them on hold, place your order, and then go back and that person ended up not buying it, and it's now available, but you've already placed your order. So that kind of thing can be a little bit frustrating, but you know, for some people it can kind of be fun too. It can be kind of part of the thrill of the hunt. So that's something else you should know about Hautelook. And it's just hautelook.com. I actually have a link for Hautelook in my information bar too. I forgot. I think I added it into my information bar when I first signed up with them. So if you're interested, just click the link that's in my information bar. It'll take you straight there, and you can create a sign-in, and then you'll get emails that will tell you what's going on sale on what days. And so, you know, if there's every day there's new companies. Some of it's fashion, some of it's home goods. I mean, there's a little bit of everything. So you just go make a sign-in, and you'll get emails, you know, once or twice a week telling you what the next couple of days, what's going to be in those sales. And then you usually get a reminder email sometime in the morning each day of what the sales are that particular day, or every other day maybe. And so it's kind of fun to just go and look and see, you know, you can learn a little bit about brands you maybe haven't ever seen before that way too, even if you don't buy anything. So I've seen a lot of makeup brands on there that I've never heard of before that had, you know, what looked to be really nice stuff. And I've seen really high-end companies too, like Rock & Republic was on there. And Rock & Republic is really expensive. And they were still, in my opinion, expensive. I mean, they still were like $50 or something, but not nearly as bad as they are if you just buy them straight retail. So you know, it's a chance to kind of take a look at products you may have never looked at before, because they're just not affordable at all. So okay, well, I think that's all, and so that's it for my Haul Friday. Hopefully next Friday will be a Haul Friday, and in between look for some of my other normal videos. I'm going to have a lot of product feature videos coming, and I have a lot of other videos that I need to kind of get done that I've wanted to do for quite a while and just haven't gotten around to doing them. And I have some that I have actually already filmed and edited, and they've just been sitting around on my laptop, and I just need to upload them. So I need to get around to that too. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye.